Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it? You already know. You know what? Let's just do it like this. What's good with it in the hood with it? Make sure that you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that the gun is kicking. And I appreciate all the support, man. I'm very humbled. So American Cholo, Gil, he did a live last night. I heard it was a successful live. It was a good live. He had over 1,000 people, man. Respects for that one, Gil. You know, I've never hated that man. Regardless of what people may think, you know, I've always seen it as a hatred towards me for whatever reason. And I always thought it was a north-south thing. I always thought because I was from up north and because I had more subscribers or whatever that he felt some type of way. But I don't know, man. You would have to ask Stav Otto. But last night he does a live. I'm doing my little live, you know, in my own lane, in my own zone, not worried about Gil whatsoever. And I get a lot of messages, a lot of people saying, hey, man, this guy's mentioning you. He keeps mentioning you in dubs for whatever reason. So I went back this morning and I tripped out on his live. You know, someone sent me little clips or whatever. And I see that, you know, everybody's catching strays. This whole Marvelous situation has everybody catching strays. Comedians, actors, and now rappers. Even Lefty Gunplay is catching strays because of this. And this Vato is still trying to get over not being invited to the Super Bowl. Like, it's crazy the type of shit that's going on, man. You know, how it could start out as one incident with one person, and all of a sudden, everybody else is involved. Everybody else is getting blamed. Everyone else is getting, I'm getting trolled talking about, hey, homie, you support this guy, you support that guy, or I don't know how many times or how many different fucking languages I have to say it in. Oh, stupid, I don't fucking back him up, right? I don't know what I have to say, dumbass. You know, before people are going to realize that it doesn't involve me. But people are acting like I'm the one that made the appointment for the girl, right? For the tattoo session. I have no idea what's going on. Although I did watch Gil's video and I did see who he brought on to the channel or who he was talking to. And man, there was a lot more insinuation put out there, a lot more, information put out there. And that made me even want to take a step further back. Like, this shit is all over the place now. It's getting crazy. I'm just going to stay away from that because at the end of the day, you know, somehow, some way, they always make it about Gunner, blame Gunner. You know, but me and Gil with our past history, I thought everything was done. You know, I understand he doesn't like me and that's cool. You don't have to fucking like me. You know, I don't like the fact that, you know, you're fucking one of those guys with the homeowners association that goes around trying to prevent kids from fucking spray painting fences, right? I just don't like how you say, I'll get the law authority involved, right? There's things that we don't see eye to eye in, you know, especially someone who has claimed to live that life and be active and still in good standings. You know, you don't call the cops. So there's a lot of things that we would never see eye to eye on. But at the same time, I've always respected Gil's channel as far as, hey, homie, he's doing his thing over there. It doesn't involve me. We're not even in the same fucking genre. So I don't even know how I was ever brought up to that dude or how we ever had any difference of opinion. Because it's not like he went to prison. It's not like he SOS prison style. It's not like he knows what time it is to be in prison. You know, he went to the youth authority, which is cool. We have that in common, but very different. So, and I'm going to explain how it was different. See, I didn't have no choice whether or not to get involved in conflict when I went to the youth authority. I was a northerner in Southern California. Guess what? I had to do what I had to do. I had to sling them things. I had to be on point every day. And I used to be jealous and mad. Yeah, jealousy. I used to lay down on my bunk, man, and I'd see Southsiders that were there. They were so deep. You know, there was a lot of dudes that did get involved in the politics and the bullshit. And then there were those that didn't, that just got to do their time, get their canteen, get their visits, and do their time. They didn't get involved in the bullshit. They weren't forced to. It was basically up to you whether you wanted to get involved in all the fucking reindeer games. Now, of course, if they had an enemigo that would pop up, they had to handle their business. But as far as like going and constantly being a rider and getting involved in shit like that, they didn't have to do that in the school area or nothing. I used to be like, damn, man, Look at these guys. They get to kick it. And here I am, a little youngster having to fucking get battery packed and stabbed and make weapons. And I just went through, me and Gil, I'm going to tell you right now, our YA careers were very different. It was a whole different thing. Not saying mine was harder than his or his harder than mine, but I don't think he was one of them guys just putting in work all day, sitting in the caja, you know, sitting in fucking, in the hole, you know, suffering. I did. That was me. So with that being said, we don't have too much in common as far as that. He never went to prison, so he doesn't have that in common. So I never understood the animosity. I never understood, like, hey, why are you tripping off me, homie? Now, I understand later on with this YouTube shit, we bumped heads, man, and shit was put out there, and that was that. And I could understand him still having a chip on his shoulder for that. But be a man of your word. You know, when you mention myself in Dubs and certain things, you know, there's text messages between you and Dubs, homie, where you had a conversation where you were like, hey, homie, it's all good. Where it was, don't mention me and I won't mention you type shit, you know, in a negative fashion. I think Dubs pretty much stuck to that for a long time until you started fucking doing this. So last night during this live, Lefty Gunplay was mentioned. And Gil was upset. He's upset with myself and Dubs over this whole Marvelous situation. I don't know why. Because we didn't keep that same energy, because we're not constantly going in on Marvelous, because we're not agreeing with how he feels, and we're not going harder as content creators to dig up dirt on him. You're doing it already for us, homie. Why do we have to do it? I'll just piggyback off you, Gil. Marco Polo, right? I'm going to jump out the water on this one because at the end of the day, you're going to say what you have to say from a personal aspect. You're not going to give anyone due process. You're not going to justify nothing. I get that. I respect that. Do I agree with you in a lot of things? I do, man. I'm not fucking with old boy. I agree with it. But your little personal fucking hatred towards that dude is making you do things out of your comfort zone and character. You know, like interviewing his family and things like that. I'm not doing that. You got that covered. You and Blue Devil, you and Porky the Pig, you guys got that covered. That's Southern California business, right? Like you always say, Gunner, get the fuck out of Southern California business. Well, there you go. You got that, homie. You know, whatever vendetta you have, I hope it works for you. Straight up. But all of a sudden last night, it was these guys don't keep the same energy. Where was that energy at when they were exposing Lefty Gunplay? What? First of all, the lie detector test determined.
Gil, that was a lie, right?
I never exposed Lefty Gunplay. In fact, I did a video about a month and a half ago, maybe even a month ago, that said Lefty Gunplay's prison paperwork exposed by the homie Hangout channel. My reaction. Okay. And in that video, and I know Rascal didn't do that video to be malicious. He did that video because, hey, Lefty Gunplay's pretty popular right now. Shout out Rascal, man. Homie Hangout doing his homework, right? Lefty Gunplay's pretty popular. And so he decided one day to see how much time he did in prison to see if all his stories made sense. You know, because that guy's being acknowledged for being an ex-convict, for being a hardcore Pelican Bay prisoner and all kinds of stuff. So he did. And in the midst of doing that, there wasn't really too much exposed, maybe a discrepancy in time. But, hey, that's neither here nor there. There's a lot of dudes that will say, hey, I did 2 or 3 years, or I did 5 or 6 years, and really they only did 2 or 3. Wes Watson's a perfect example. You know, that Walter did a decade, but really did 7. Who cares? Prison is prison. You know, the less time you do, the better. It's the way I see it. So when I made my video reacting to Rascal's video, it was more so of, damn, Lefty, you know, people are going to say shit. And I said during that video, no bullshit about Lefty. Nothing more than I always say when I clown, right? I said, it doesn't matter, man. Prison is prison. He did his time. You know, whether or not fucking people believe he was a super gangster in there or not, hey, to go to Pelican Bay first and foremost is an achievement. Hey, it's like a new level. You have broken through to the new achievement that a lot of people don't do. So I gave him his props and his respect. And I've always been, I clown Lefty. You know, I don't think he can rap worth shit, and I still stand true to that, right? I know he can't rap better than me, and that's crazy because I'm not a rapper. But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that I don't support him because he's brown, and I don't support him because I hope he's a youngster. He's getting his money. How can you hate that? You know, there's people that are jealous. Damn, homie, why him? Why not him? It just is what it is. But for you, Gil, to go on your channel and use that, well, they're exposing Lefty. Why don't they expose this fucking PDF, or why don't they expose that? Homie, when have you ever dictated my program or my channel? It's never happened. Just like I've never done that for you. I don't say, why doesn't Gil mention this? Why doesn't Gil do that? Why doesn't Gil fucking talk about fucking Whack 100 pulling up to his house and knocking on his door? Why doesn't he fucking, hey, I thought it was real weirdo-ish that you sat down with Adam after you talked all that shit about him, right? But I understand, man. A man will take the high road, and hey, bygones can be bygones. I ain't got no problem with you for that. Do I like Adam? Do I trust that he's not a PDF himself? No, not at all. And the reason is he's self-admitted. Canada, oh, Canada. Look, Drake, hey, A minor. I don't fuck with that dude because he said, yeah, I was talking to 16-year-old girls. He said that himself in Canada, but that's a different country and it's legal over there. And Vatos just ran with that. What's their excuse? Because I've asked plenty of times, what's the excuse? Oh, he hasn't been charged. There's no paperwork. So you expect me now all of a sudden to go at a man that you have an issue with? Well, look, I'm going to hold it ground. There's no paperwork, right? But even with that, he's self-admitted, so I don't fuck with him. I'm not going to kick it with him. I never have kicked it with him. So there you go there, man. I hope you got what you wanted, right? Now, as far as continually going in and making it about me and Dubs, there's some super animosity there, bro. There's something that how can it start off with one dude? Keep your focus there, bro. Because now you're shifting your focus. And there's a lot of people doing this. Compa Raider, who was just on our live not even a month ago shooting me feria. I can show you screenshots, bro. Don't lie, compa, right? Shooting feria, hey, inviting us to his podcast. Hey, bro, let's go live right here. Or watching us, hey, we're watching Dubs and Gunner on the podcast, sitting there with Swifty. Don't lie, homie. Swifty blew all up in the lives. Hey, I send my respects. Thank you guys for playing my music. All that. Now, all of a sudden, compa Raider, you got your dick suckers bumping. I don't even know you like that, bro. I don't know what the issue is. I thought me and you were kind of on the same page. I know you're from Southern California. I'm from Northern California. I thought we were on the same page, though. We both had issues with Whack 100. Like, bro, I backed your play up with that shit. I always said, compa Raider, man, I think he'll handle his business. With the whole shit when you were going through it with Lucky with Hood Stocks and you were going through it with this guy and that guy. I just bumped your fucking diss record the other day, like laughing about it, like, damn, he's going in. Now, all of a sudden, you're over there fucking influenced by people who are trying to be cool with certain people. You're trying to be cool with the wrong people, bro. They don't have your best interests at heart. And you guys are looking funny style. All these supposedly good standing guys, active guys are the ones that are looking like fools. I'm not. How am I looking like a fool? I'm picking and choosing what I'm talking about. I'm doing my thing, right? When you can't find no more dirt or you can't find no more bullshit, you start making up lies, right? Oh, man. Oh, they keep that same energy. Where was that energy when they were exposing Lefty Gunplay? I never exposed Lefty Gunplay. I did a reaction. It's funny, though. If Whack 100 talks about Lefty Gunplay, nada. They don't say nothing about that. If Hoodie from the Hood, shout out Hoodie from the Hood. If he talks about Lefty Gunplay or says anything, they ain't got nothing to say. If Cartoon from Avalon says something, about Lefty Gunplay or any Mexican, nada. If Chinaman from Hoover says anything about Mexican, nope. If 16 Alive says it, another brother right there, right? Shout out, hey, chill. I'll fuck with you. You know what's up, bro. You got my number. Nothing, right? But the first moment a Mexican or anyone says anything, they're quick to dog their own people out. Ain't that a trip, homie? Ain't that a trip? But if an Africano or a white dude or an Asian dude or something has something to say about the raza, me and Dubs are the first ones to pick up the fucking flag and defend the people, right? And get a lot of hatred from it. Dubs gets called all kinds of racists and this and that. Everyone says, oh, you're just backing Dubs' play. No, I'm backing what's right, homie. I'm backing my people first and foremost, just like everyone else does. But they don't ever have nothing to say about that, right? Hey, and it's tit for tat, give and take. Hey, if the raza's fucking up, we're going to say it. See, we're unbiased. We have platforms. We're going to voice our opinion, whether you like to hear it or turn it off. It's up to you. But all this is starting over an incident that happened in Southern California with a child and a man that you have issues with, Gil, that you've actually met in real life, that you've actually shook his hand, that you've actually gave daps, mean mugs, and shoulder shrugs to. Handle your business, bro. However you do it, that has nothing to do with me, and I'm not concerned. But why are you so worried about what myself and even Dubs are doing? Why? If I'm irrelevant, if I'm a J-Cat, if I'm a nobody, if my fucking words don't mean shit, then why are you so fucking concerned with what I have to say? It just doesn't make no sense. Not only you got Porky the Pig over there, Blue Devil. He sure's got a lot to say too. You know, but hey, with me, I understand. See, with Dubs, it's like, hey, homie, respects. I keep it respectful, man. I'm not going to say your name. I'm going to keep it, you know, because he's from Southern California. But with me, oh, all bets are off. That J-Cat, that Dropout, that this, that. I'm all that because I'm not from Southern California, right? Let's be real here. But I get a lot of respect and a lot of love from Southern California. I give them that because I've been around real ones and I know what time it is. I know how real people think and how real people move. Because guess what, Gil? I've been to prison. Now, this is not a smear campaign to dick Gil up, to talk shit about him. You know, hey, Gil, I'll tell you right now, I've never had an issue with you until you made it an issue. And I went relentless. And then you said, I quote, I'm stepping back. 2025 is a new year. I'm going to step back from YouTube, man. I'm tired of all this cheese, man, all this bullshit. You know, I'm moving on, man. We're moving on. We're not going to involve ourselves in that. And you didn't even last a month, bro. And you're already back and all up in the cheese, man. All up in the bullshit. And I understand you're happy as a fuck. Hey, you're happy as fuck. Pussy's all wet right now, right? Because you got some dirt on Marvelous. See, when people were putting dirt on your name, it was all kinds of deflection and nah, homie, nah. Right? And I get it. It was some bullshit on you. I've never denied that. In fact, I apologize for the bullshit for my part that I played in it, right? But with this guy, you're just fucking relentless and you want everyone else to join your team. I'm not on your team, homie. I've never been on your team, Gil. I never will be on your team. And it's not because of the man you are, because I respect your intelligence. I respect your channel. I respect the things you do. But I don't respect how you think I'm supposed to fucking bow down to you. Ain't no one bowing down to you. Do you remember when the issue happened with Norby's, man? There was a lot of people making videos. I implore to you, Gil, Mr. fucking fuck gunner and talking shit, Mr. runner, all that, right? Go back and watch the videos I did, dumbass. And I'm going to call you dumbass because you're being dumb right now. An intelligent person being dumb is dumber than a dumber person being dumb. Read between those lines, right? I believe in your intelligence. I seen you. I know you're a successful fucking person out there and a family man. And I respect that. But go back and look at the videos I did on Norby's. When all these homies, so-called homies of yours were making videos talking about, yeah, man, hey, man, trip out on this. Fucking Gil's a real one. He beat the shit out of Norby's. He did this, he did that. Myself and Dubs were the only ones saying, allegedly, Holmes. We don't even know. We're not even going to say who hit this dude. We're not even going to say how it went down. You know, we're just going to say that this dude decided to go get, you know what I mean? We kept your name out of our mouths concerning that because we understood and we understand now that law enforcement watched these videos and that could have got you a case, an assault case and all that. I know that. So I kept it real, Holmes. You know, but you'll have something. If I wouldn't have, you would have sure made a video about it quick. When all these fucking dudes that you function with and kicking around you were making videos about you, you know, and I don't know if you were proud of yourself because of what you did allegedly. Even now, man, I never seen you put hands on that dude. I never seen you sock him up. I just seen him in some area, and then I seen him bloody. I didn't see nothing else after that. So who am I to fucking say you did it or didn't do it? You're the one that went online bragging about it, not me, right? I was trying to, hey, I'm doing content just like you would do content. It's funny, though, when it comes to the raza and a smear campaign, you're quick to do content. But when it comes to any of the brothers or anyone else doing it, nah, your name's Bennett. You're not in it, right? Let's just be honest here. Let's be real. I want the raza that are watching this to really hear me out and see it. Now, me and Gil will never get along. I'm sure of that. But don't sit here and act, Gil, like you're super active, super in good standings, and you never talk to Vatos behind the scenes. Never me. I'm never claimed to have talked to you. But I know of guys that you've talked to behind the scenes, dudes that you knew were not in good standings, dudes from the other side that you knew were on SNY yards, or dudes that you knew were not good, and you still fucking pulled up, you still kicked it with them, you still talked to them behind the scene on the phone. Let's not act like you didn't have phone conversations with Savage Studios, bro. Don't act like you didn't. Come on. You know, whether people like to believe it or not, the truth is the truth, man. So let's be real here, man. I did, you know. He had my number, man. He used to call me. In fact, the last conversation we had before he was murdered was he called me and he was like, hey, did you get paid on YouTube? Yeah, he was stressing off of it. I was surprised that this fool called me because me and him had beef, right? All of a sudden, a fucking phone number from Barstow, California is calling me. What the fuck's up with this dude, right? True stories. What's up, right? He's like, hey, what's up, gun? Who's this? This is Savage. What the fuck are you doing calling me, bro? Aren't we supposed to fight or something? And he was like, hey. He wasn't even tripping. He was stressing off his rent or whatever he was stressing off. He just wanted to know, hey, did you get paid on YouTube yet? how'd you get my number? Right? He got my number from an acquaintance. And I was like, yeah, it'll come, bro. You'll get your money. And then later on, he texted me, hey, all good. I got my bread. And I said, I don't like you though. Right? And it was an awkward thing. But it was the thing where he was separating the bullshit from the real shit. Kind of like what Whack 100 said. Whatever, right? You know, some dudes, it's just YouTube to them. Some dudes like myself, it's serious to me. Whatever. Gil, I have no issues with you. I never have, man. I know I'm from Northern California. I know you're from Southern California. I don't hate you because of that, bro. I got family from Southern California that fuck with your podcast. Our little issues are our personal issues. As far as what issues you have with me and Dub's talking about, we are exposing a Lefty Gunplay. Do your homework, Holmes. Watch the video. Someone else put his paperwork out there and we reacted to it, just like all these other content creators. Keep that same energy. Look, you want me to talk shit about Marvelous? I'm going to do my program. You're doing enough shit talking for all of us. Porky the Pig, Blue Devil's doing enough shit talking for everybody. You know, when it's my time, when my research is done, when I do my homework, when I figure out exactly what the fuck is going on with Buddha, then I'll do what I do. But until then, man, hey, I'm not mad at you for going in on him, and I'm not mad at you for going in. Do your thing. It's your time to shine right now. Just stick true to your word because you're all over the place. You know, you remember about 4 or 5 years ago, man, if I don't get to 100,000 this year on my YouTube channel, I'm quitting. I'm going to knock all my social media down. I'm done. You're still not there. It's 5 years later. And then when people called you on that bullshit, what'd you say? Oh, that meant all my social medias collectively. Stop it, bro. You said YouTube, man. Come on. Same old drag. Just be a man of your word, Gil. I have nothing bad to say about you, with your familia, with you as a hard worker. I've seen the videos on it. I respect it, man. I've always said the guys that mean more to me are not the guys that are active gang members or out there. The guys that are really, really the heroes or the ones putting in work are the motherfucker that wakes up with lagañas in his eyes early in the morning, putting on his Red Wing boots to go out there and handle business and bring home money for his family. I can't disrespect you, bro. You know, you could show all kinds of shorts of you on the construction site running some things. You did that, homie. From a YA baby to that, respects, Gil. I've never hated on that. You hate me more than I hate you. That's a fact. You know, you're mentioning my name constantly or mentioning Dub's name constantly. You know, you made it about us, bro. This ain't about us. This is about you and Marvelous and your guys' situation and his situation. How come my name's been thrown around, Dub's name been thrown around, now Lefty Gunplay's name's been thrown around? I mean, fuck, Lefty's over there. I don't even know these vatos. I don't even know him like that, homie. He's, like I said, he's over there start trying to fucking figure out, you know, his ABCs, and you're over there talking about, oh, they Lefty Gun. You brought him into this. I'm sure he doesn't want to be involved with any conversation, just like I don't want to be involved with any conversation about someone who's being accused of some weird-ass allegations. Let's just be real, man. Anyways, with that being said, Gil, PSA to you, man. Keep my fucking name out of your mouth, just like you told Dubs, and Dubs told you a long time ago. If you don't say nothing, won't be nothing. Let's just fucking keep it like that instead of all this animosity, man. You're picking and choosing. Hey, you think I'm a victim, homie? Like you could just point fingers and blame me all the time. I'm not a victim, bro. I victimize, right? So don't on this YouTube shit. I think you know enough to know, bro. Me and you are not in the same genre. We should have never, ever had beef. There should have never been that. You started that. You had an issue with me. I didn't even know who the fuck you were until they said, hey, some dude named American Cholo was talking shit about you years ago. And I was like, what? This dude with the big old fucking mo on his head? This Honduran? Ah, man. I'm going to go off on this Indio, right? And I did my thing. So stop it, bro. Thumbs up or thumbs down. I got no issues with you, bro. Keep my name out of your mouth. I'm not involved with that Marvelous shit. That has nothing to do with me, bro. I already said I don't condone that type of behavior. I don't back him up on anything when it comes to that shit. And I'm not even watching the videos about that shit anymore, bro. That shit right there is disgusting. It gives me asco. And that's just it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. You heard that, Gil? The crown. I'm still wearing it. You know, when you get to 100K, bro, invite me to your life. I'll show up. The gun.